Yo, what's up, guys? PSLCD here. We're gonna be conducting an interview with the Colombian Necktie, Jose Cortes, MMA fighter and boxer out of Miami. So we're gonna give him a call right now. He's got a event coming up this Friday, May 13th. So we're gonna be talking about that fight coming up. Hey Jose, it's Liam here.
How you doing, bro?
I'm doing well, and yourself? Yeah, buddy. So, describe what kind of fighter you are for people that aren't gonna know.
What kind of fighter I am?
Yeah.
Well, I like to, I'm mostly like a striker, I would say.
Yeah. So, you are competing in a boxing match coming up, right?
Yeah, boxing match. Yeah, I do boxing and MMA, but this time it's gonna be boxing.
Awesome. What do you prefer? Do you like MMA or is boxing more your style?
Well, I like both. I mean, I started as a boxer since I was young. You know, I started as a boxer. That was my main thing, and then I don't know. You know, I guess because I used to play soccer, I like to kick, so I wanted to try MMA. You know.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So yeah, how when did you first start fighting?
I started fighting when I was 18, just amateur. You know what I mean? Like, just I went to the gym one time, and then you know, I kind of like got beat up, but not too bad. You know, for my first time. You know, since I never fought in my life, like in the street, like ever. You know what I mean? So
For
it
sure.
was something like new. So you know, I kind of like, you know, for being my first time throwing hands, he was a guy that was training him for a while, and I mean, he beat me, but not like he didn't knock me out, but I gave him a good fight. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
So I said, man, there's got to be more to this. So I came back the next day and I started training and learning. And then, and like in a month, I fought the same guy again, or like 3 weeks after that. And I beat him up really bad. So I said, hey, man, you know, I think I'm going to go along and start learning more. And, you know.
Excellent, brother. So, currently, what leagues are you fighting in? I found a lot of stuff for the SSC.
Yeah, I fought in that's a SFC. That's a league in Colombia.
Okay.
That's a MMA league, like the main one in Colombia and Latin America.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, there's I fought also here in the United States, and for one of the biggest ones, I would say like the second most important one, which is called World Series of Fighting, and that was televised national TV, and I fought for them too. I fought boxing for ESPN and, you know, sports, and then the MMA fight that I was telling you about, I was in NBC Sports. So I mean, I fought for a bunch of leagues, you know, like I just trying to stay busy because, you know, right now a lot of people is trying to make up. There's real fighters out there, but at the same time there's not real fighters. I don't know if you understand that, but I will explain it to you real quick. Like, there's a lot of people that pick opponents and stuff like that to get their records up and make it to the UFC and to the bigger leagues, you know.
Yeah.
Me, I don't have that. I don't have that thing. I just fought whoever they put in my way, you know, like any weight or any weight or whatever, whoever it is, any record, doesn't matter. And the reason, not that I think I'm a badass, I just like the challenge. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna like think I'm a good fighter when I'm fighting people that, you know, that I know I'm gonna beat. You know?
Yeah.
I like the challenge. I like fight, you know, people that are more experienced, or, you know what I mean, people that are on the way up. You know, I like to fight that. And even if I lose, you know, hey, I give them a good fight. But I think that's what made me like a different fighter from some other fighters. You know.
Exactly. You're in it to be able to gain the experience from it because you're passionate about it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, that's awesome. So, but who are you gonna be fighting next this Friday? Or it's Friday, right?
Yeah, I'm fighting this guy. He's this guy from Venezuela. They matched me up with. I don't really, like I say. Last time I went there for my first time to fight boxing. They matched me out with a guy that had like over 50 fights.
Oh
I didn't
wow.
even know the guy until like, you know what I mean, until like 2 weeks before that. And I went there and I won the fight. So like I said, this time I didn't know who I was gonna fight until last week. I knew I was gonna fight, but I didn't know against who. So I
Exactly.
was just getting ready and doing my thing. I don't get ready for a specific fighter. I just get ready for to fight and to do what I have to do because things like this happen. Sometimes people get hurt and then you get they switch your opponents and stuff like that. So that's why you gotta just get ready to do what you have to do. For anybody.
Exactly. Got to be able to adapt because I was like, even in your record, there was stuff that were canceled bouts. So kind of what you're saying, there were injuries that came up or just things got canceled. So it's best just to learn how to prepare in general rather than prepare for a single fighter, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a lot of stuff that was canceled. A lot of stuff that wasn't even like registered on my record either. So but I mean, they were official fights, but they were not. Sometimes they don't register or they don't put them on the record. But it's all good. Like I said, I just like to stay busy and just a lot of people know me for my style and because I always put a good fight no matter what. So that's
Yeah.
why it's more important.
And you always go the distance by the from the fights that I've seen. They're all 3 or 5 rounds that you've gone all the way to. So it's like that shows real hard as a fighter.
Yeah, I mean because like I say, I just don't fight. I mean I have some my wins. I only in my boxing I went to distance twice and in MMA I think I went to distance a couple of times too. I'm not sure. I don't remember, but the reason why I have some knockouts because it's people that I had like a great training camp and I see the opportunity and I take it and that's how I get the knockout. And the other time that I went to distance, I mean it's been like I said, like I told you before, it's just really top level people I've been against, so it's not easy to just knock him out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you gotta go to war with these people, and like I said, sometimes you go to distance, and I mean, I win. I think I won those times I went to distance, but still, like it was a war. You know what I mean? It was not an easy pick. Like I was
No.
telling you about the other fighters that they just go because they know they're gonna win, but it's not that doesn't happen in my case.
Oh, for sure. So, as a fighter, what are some of the biggest challenges that you've had to overcome?
First, weight cut. Like sometimes uh, I don't get a fight around my weight, so I have to cut weight, and that's one of the biggest part. I think uh, every fighter around the world is that is cutting weight. They know what it is to cut weight. It's like you gotta be disciplined and then eat the right things, and basically you sacrifice a lot of things and a lot of things that you do and your normal life just to make that weight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's one of the biggest. That's the biggest fight I would say. But everybody has their own opinion and stuff like that. But I would say it's the cut weight. Other than that, like when you cut weight, you make weight, and then you can rehydrate and then be ready to fight. Then you're good.
Yeah. And it's definitely hard because weight fluctuates and it's all about consistency.
Exactly. And also when you cut weight, like you're not the same person. Like your body's weak a little bit. Even though you have a nice nutrition, but it's not the same. Your mind, you gotta get your mind ready for that. It's kind of painful, I would say. Suffering and a little bit of starving, I would say. You too. You know what I mean? But
Ugh,
that's just how it is, man. You gotta make weight, and then that's how a real professional has to make weight no matter what. So you
regardless.
know.
And in So what has been your hardest fight that you've had to kind of get through, and was it, especially with you talking about making weight and stuff, did that come into play for that fight, or?
Yeah, I mean, it's in every fight pretty much I have to cut weight, and then, but like, there has been fights that I've been, that that I fight people that's not even on my weight, you know, so I have to, I have to just challenge myself and to be against a bigger guy
Yeah.
or anytime. So I just have to like, that plays a lot too because the guy you cannot just give him any chance because he will be more dangerous for you. You know,
Exactly. And so when you're training for these fights, what does a typical day look like for you, or what kind of regimen are you on?
well, I I have I run flat. It's good to run all the time, like at least 4 miles a day, and then after that, just eat the right things, man, and then just go train, do some fat work, sparring, which is like I'll do like 3 times a week, stuff like that,
Yeah.
and so it's a lot of things, man. Also, you have to be competitive with the other people that you play with. I'm sorry, the sirens are going in here.
That's okay.
So, but yeah, man, you gotta, I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Hello?
Better? You're okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect.
Sorry. It was just too loud.
That is all good. So you have you're flying out Friday morning?
Yeah, Friday morning, um, Friday morning to Columbia, where the fight is going to be at.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I like to stay busy, whatever the fight is. If they offer me a fight, whatever, in Canada, whatever, I'll go.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I saw that you had attended the Latin Music Festival. What was that like? Or the Latin Music Awards, sorry.
Yeah, I went there. Yeah, it was pretty fun. I got to see like some of the artists, that you kind of listen to in the everyday, like Spanish artists, most of them, like J Lo was performing, a lot of people.
Oh,
It
wow.
was fun. It was my first time going there.
Yes.
So,
So
yeah,
just to wrap it up here, how long have you been involved with the Battleaxe Warriors and repping that brand?
what's that?
How long have you been involved with the Battleaxe Warriors, and how did you find out about it?
Well, there was, a lot about Battleaxe Warriors. I will tell you something. Like, I used to, just have my regular job, and then, I was doing normal. I wasn't like doing a lot in my life, and then, I don't know. I started listening to a lot of music, to kind of like, music takes you places and make you think, makes you think a lot of stuff, and also gives you a lot of energy. And I mean, I use music as a positive thing. Some people use it as a bad thing. I use it as a positive, and then I started listening to Pandora, and then I heard one of the Battle Axe Warriors rapper, Matt Chow, and I was like, wow, this guy, he has some real stuff.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wow, this is pretty good. So I started, looking into it more and more, and then I started just listening to a lot of everything. Like I listened to pretty much every single song. And there were some songs that it was kind of like related to what was going on in my life. So I was using it as a power to, like as a fuel to do what I have to do, to training and to do many things that I was doing at that moment.
That's absolutely amazing. You are,
So
yeah, dude. Like you're spot on with everything that you're saying there. You can take so much out of music and help it for your own motivation in life. And when you're a fighter, you got to be so self motivated and so self disciplined. So anything that helps is just great. So it's
exactly.
really glad that you're part of our global family here, and you're one of the members who are actually out there and repping it properly, and are able to actually inspire people yourself.
Yeah, definitely. And then last year I got to meet my child in one of his performances, and he was really cool. And he was actually the one that he's like, man, I want you to be part of this, and this and that. So we talked for a little bit, and then he introduced me to everybody that he was with and everything. And it was kind of like man, it was such a great energy, man. I can't even describe it right now, but it was one of the best things that happened to me because, like I said, man, I used to listen to this guy that like for not like it would give me so much energy and so much motivation. Some of his songs that they play a lot of like a big part in my life. You know what I mean? It goes even if I listen to it right now, it reminds me of what was going on in my life and what is going on in my life. So even I would come out to my fight with songs also, and then that was actually like also motivated. I would come to fight and listen to because I used to listen during training, during working, anything like when I was at home resting, I was just listening to it. So people have no idea how much power and how much energy music can do to you and can make you do great things. You know what I mean? I use it in a positive way, and the Battleaxe Warriors has been a uh, you know, positive energy and a positive influence on my life. So definitely.
It's amazing, brother. Anyway, we are going to wish you the best of luck on your bout coming up, and hopefully it really goes well. I'm definitely going to be rooting for you on this, and when you have footage from that fight available, I'll be showing some footage that I found from one of your MMA matches on here, just to give viewers kind of like the idea of how you fight and whatnot, but yeah, I would definitely love to see if they end up airing it and it's online or anything like that. We'll share it on BaxWarTV here, and just rep it hard and do what you do. Basically, you know exactly what you need to do for a fight. So
Definitely, I will. I will do, and I will represent my Battleaxe Warriors as always. When I made my pro debut as a boxer, I was wearing Battleaxe Warrior, trunks and everything, and it was a great feeling, man. Like I said, if they've been with me for all my training and all that stuff, I need to use it for battle. You know what I mean?
exactly, you are a warrior at heart, and that's why you are going to be able to take this Venezuelan on and take him right to the end.
Definitely, man. I definitely will do my best, and I know I'm gonna have a great result, and I'm gonna win this fight.
Well, best of luck to you, Jose, and thank you so much for sitting down and talking with me.
Oh, no problem, man. Thank you so much for having me, and shout out to all the Battleaxe Warriors around the world, and Axis up.
Axe is up, brother. Take care.
All right, brother. Take care.
Cheers.
Dicho ustedes que el que se meta en mi camino lo voy a vencer. Gracias a Striker por tenerme aquí. Ellos se encargaron de traerme aquí. Muchas gracias. Siempre se porta muy bien conmigo. Muchas gracias a José, a toda la gente que organiza Striker, al presidente. ¡Barranquilla!
Excelente victoria, José. Felicitaciones.
Quiero darle gracias. Ahora voy a hablar en inglés para la gente que está viendo en mi país, en los Estados Unidos. I want to thank my gym, Palm Beach Boxing, everybody, Lou, Wendy, my coaches, everybody that trained with me, all the fighters, all the UFC fighters, my family, my son Andre, my girl Laura, I love you, and I see you home. Yeah, we got the win, baby. Allah Akbar.
Tim's in the street, anyone willing to hear, I was giving them heat. Since he star everything to my flesh in the dirt, this our year right here. Watch these gentlemen work.
Better do you, cause I'm gonna do me. If you do two, then I'm gonna do three. Everywhere that I'm seen, know I keep it OG. You can ask to run away, everybody know me.